Okay, and I'm back on this job for now. Previous video I'd got the spool valve in this, what was it, I don't remember, it's 750 Allison DR, HT 750 DR. Put a new spool valve in that. So we got it moving. I don't remember if I made a video of that, took it down the road. I had adjusted the linkage on there, and I thought everything was good, but the linkage was off a little bit, and you had to actually put it in gear for it to think it was in neutral to start it. Up there, it was actually, the whole thing was screwed up, but got the new modulator put in today and readjusted all the linkage, so now everything's right. But when I was back here messing with it, I noticed, and as you can see, water dripping out of the vent hole on the back side of this pump. This is the input side, and that right there, oil level. Yeah, that's what it says. So you got a drain plug down here, and oil should be coming out of here. Well, if water's coming up out the top, it means this fucking seal's no good. And I thought the tank was going to be empty. As you could hear, it wasn't. It still had, I don't know, a few hundred gallons of water still in it. But went over thinking, well, if everything's shut off, I don't know if there's a massive valve to the intake of this pump. I don't think there is. This, it's got an arrow on it, so maybe that's a check valve of some kind. I don't know. But long story short, we've got to get this pump pulled apart. Terrific. I had there's a drain at the bottom of this thing, and it ran over to soft air line to the other side where the main drain is, and I opened it up, nothing came out. Pulled the hose off that end, tried to blow in it, couldn't blow anything. Took those off this end, took the fitting off, and it fucking broke trying to get it off. Just a little press in kind of deal. I don't even know where I put it now. It's around. It was broke. And then, I was up here. I know the airline for this guy, the control on it was broke. Well, got that. So we can get that. And then, just looking at this damn thing. Anyway, I took the fitting off and it broke, but I shoved the screwdriver up in the bottom of that, trying to see, because no water came out. It's rusted up solid in the bottom of the drain. Tried to turn the drive shaft of the pump with a big bar. Nah, I could feel the backlash maybe in the gears or something, but that's it. It's seized up. I imagine it's just a bunch of trash in the bottom of this fucking pump, this wedged up against the impeller, especially if there's any metal in there. It rusts, it expands, and kind of locks the impeller in place. So it's a good thing I didn't try to start this, but now I have the task of somehow through that space there. I might take the tire off and give me a little room. The axle's still massive, but there's no room from the top side. There's another access pedal on the other side. I could probably crawl up in there and get some bolts from the other side. But I've got to take, well, shit, that's even the front support for the pump. And then there's the rear support. Like, I can't just have that massive pump just floating there. So I've got to find a way to keep that thing supported. After I get all this pipe and shit out of the way, I might be able to look in there. I doubt it. It's probably pretty tight gaps in there. But I've got to be able to get in there and fish all that shit out of the bottom of that and see if I can get this impeller to rotate freely. If I can, we'll see about maybe a seal kit for this thing. It's going to need it. There's, if we don't keep oil in this gearbox, that's going to be a bad deal. It might already be trashed in there, but we'll see. But I mean, here's one support for the pump. There's no support underneath it. It looks like it can't fall far. I mean, maybe a 1/4 inch before it hits the frame rail. And then there's the other support. You know, it's got pipes and whatnot that hold it up, but all those go to the very top and then over. I mean, I don't want to put a bunch of unnecessary stress on this thing. So I'm gonna have to find a way to wedge it, chain it up, block it up, something, maybe some straps going to the top, some wood braced over, something. But I've got to get in here and try to see what's going on with this impeller. I see, well, I know what's going on with it. It's full of shit, and it's locked up. Other than that, the modulator, still iffy on it. I don't know if this doesn't like the seal ring in it. It seems to be pushed in all the way, but it's just, you know, even with the lock tab on it, it's got some slop to it, and it looks like it's weeping just a little bit. Just a little bit. It might be a leak from the pan. Just, I don't know. We gotta look at it, because I did have the pan off. I torqued everything, but we'll see. Other than that, everything on this truck, well, I can't even say that, because on this side, yeah, back in there, we've got some stuff disconnected. I think the other side's still connected. Let's see here. Yeah, get a fitting for that guy. Is all this still connected up in here? Yeah, but it looks, no, it's not. It looks like it's been disconnected also. Yeah. So that's all right. I mean, if we won't use those for now, we won't use anything because the pump's not working. We got to get the pump working. And I hope it's not like that other dump truck where the seal is like $700. I mean, for something like this, it may be thousands. We might get lucky. It might be just a porcelain seal. It's got trash in it, and, you know, might just need to spin to seal itself back up. But the bad part about this is, you know, if that seal is leaking water and getting water into there, yeah, we could put oil into it, but the oil is just gonna, you know, rise to the top, push out, and it's gonna be full of water again. So that's kind of a sore dick deal there. I think that's gonna have to be changed no matter what. But I ain't getting it out of here. Is this gonna be a challenge? I don't have any information on this pump as far as how it's assembled in here. I don't know if this is a slipped joint. Like, you know, if I just unbolt this and pull it off, there's got to be some sort of nut connection or spline, something connecting to the pump and holding it on. So I've got to get that front cover off, probably just to get a nut off to get this to separate. And it's probably some sort of pressed on deal. I mean, no part of this is going to be easy. I mean, there's not much to it. You know, there's not a whole lot of nuts and bolts. It's not, you know, a million damn parts, which is what I like about big equipment. You know, there's fewer bolts, or just bigger. Fewer brackets, just bigger. But this, I think all this piping is going to be somewhat of a challenge. You know, and then getting all the O-rings and seals and shit to get it all back together. It's going to be a task. But I think for now, what I'm going to do is come to this other side, get this other piece of panel off of here so that I could physically climb up in there, you know, from this angle, from this side. Looks like that's why they got all the nuts on this side, huh? Start peeling this shit apart. Looks like we've had a little leak up there, huh? With the connection from the pump to the rest of the piping. So that might be an issue. But while we're in there, if it needs it, we'll get it changed out. But that's it. Boss is in town and he's off. Well, he got into town, but he's heading off to Colorado for a conference. And when he gets back, he's going to want to drive this thing, take it down the road, that dump truck we've been working on. And he gets a kick out of this stuff. Even though he doesn't get to use it, you know, he kind of lives vicariously through these videos, and you know, from what we got going on, he wishes he could be here doing this stuff. Unfortunately, he's far too important of a man to be out here messing with stuff like this. So again, we'll get in here. I'll come back once I get some of this stuff out of here. No sense in filming the struggle. You see, it's just some nuts and bolts and some collars and just a bunch of shit that's got to be taken out. So I'm gonna get to it, and we'll be back once I make some progress. Okay, so I got the side cover off. How big a boy are you? I think I could go under, up, crawl up, and scuttle in there. I've got tools laying out on the other side for me, so you know, I should probably pause this, flip it, and then film this disaster. So that didn't work. Hold on. I might lose my phone here. I'm gonna shut this drain off because I'm tired of listening to it. Oh, this is gonna be a situation. Okay. You know, I feel like I can get a lot of this from here without getting up there. I need to get a handle on what size these bolts here are. Then you know what I forgot? There's a looby dooby. It's a must-have. I'm not, and a lot of this stuff will probably come off just fine. Those are the only ones that look like they're gonna be pissy. So I should probably grab, well, I don't need to take that off just yet. I don't think. I'm gonna try to get this inside cover off, but that's this and that off. I say this whole thing because I'm gonna need this room to get in here, and I mean, it's one more seal. Forget about it. All right, you know what? I might be able to situate you up in here. Something like that. So let me crawl back down here and go get my looby dooby. And of course the main drain isn't the lowest point. It looks like this isn't either for whatever. Maybe there's a valve or something I'm missing. But you know, it's my way out. Muddy, no big deal. But I need my wrench. Fuck! Alright, got the, I'm guessing that's straight from tank to suction, taken off, and looks like we got a little backflow preventer here. I see the pump in there. It's not in pieces. Come on, focus. Anyway, but yeah, there's it's all metal. It looks like rocks. I'm gonna magnet test that stuff. The pipe's aluminum. This piece in here that's plastic. But yeah, I'm gonna rip this backflow preventer deal off. I've already got it disconnected from the rest of the piping up here. So I think, I mean, this piece is just heavy, so I want to take it down by itself. The rest of it's all fairly light. And once I get up in here, I could start working this cover off. I might get a piece of wood or something. I don't know, to maybe try to shim up the front once I get to the bottom mount piece. I'm debating on whether or not I should leave it attached up here, or if I should disconnect it so it doesn't try to hang on any of this piping up here, because, well, I mean, none of it's structural. It does have the mount on the back. I just don't want it to kind of lean forward. There's there's almost no space between the frame. It may be okay. I think everything eventually goes to a flex except that big guy up top. So, you know, I probably will disconnect this here and then just let it kind of settle down. And then get some wood up top or something and ratchet strap this up. Looks like this is going to be a waterless pump. There's a 0100 and then a, I don't know, 00 on the other side, A stamp. Don't see any other numbers on it yet, but I've got to identify what pump this is so we can get a seal kit. Looks like the data plate is going to actually be right here. So we'll get that. Get a shot of that. So that's where I'm at. And keep going with it. All right, well, as you can see, I've got it down to where we just need to pull this front cover off. When I say just, I mean just to dig out that trash from that bottom of the impeller, so we hopefully get to turn. But well, this front cover is tight. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's just barely a gap started, just barely, like enough to get just a little bit of this to creep in. And what's fucked up is that these pusher, you know, bolts that common for stuff like this, but usually they're evenly spread around. These are not. There's two kind of spaced here and two on the other side kind of spaced. Really, it should have 4 of these things that pull this off square. Because right now I got a gap here and over there where I'm spreading, but not necessarily top and bottom. And I have got all the force on these, and they're just grade 5. I'm considering going and getting grade 8s. And these are the same bolts that came out of, you know, the retaining bolts, I guess you'd call them. I'm gonna put that in there just so it doesn't pop off overnight. Let it spread if it wants to. I don't want it to pop off. But I think I'm going to get some grade 8 bolts and cut the threads off just the very end. I don't really want to put too much more torque to these, just because I don't want the end thread to mushroom and then not be able to get the damn thing out. I've had that happen before. I don't remember what it was on, but I've had it happen. I've learned the hard way on that. And also, I don't want to bust this ear off if I just keep torquing and, you know, this side still being froze up, you know, this bigger spread area, or the other side. I don't want to strip these. I don't want to bust them. So I'm going to let it sit overnight. Hopefully some of that Freol creeps in there and will help loosen things up. Other than that, I don't have a big enough gap to start any kind of fucking chisel or anything that wouldn't just snap off right now. And there's no way to get in there with the impeller in place and try to get up behind and spread. That's not a thing. I don't know why this piece is made out of cast iron. Well, I guess for cost savings. God, I wish it was made of stainless or something that wouldn't rust. And as far as I know, like all the pipe and stuff that came out, other than that cast iron little anti-backflow and or check valve, whatever you want to call it. Other than that, the other piece of pipe in there was stainless. Both sides of it, all the tubes are stainless everywhere. It's just this pump I'm aware of that's cast iron. It sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do the right thing and slow down on this. Go grab some grade 8 bolts, grind off the very end thread, and then take these out so I don't destroy these. But I think letting it sit overnight, honestly, is probably the best thing to do. Let this lube kind of get in there and work a little bit. I also just sprayed it back into the holes, thinking, you know, some will weep out and get in between. So I'll probably hit it one more again. It's already getting late in the day anyway, so before I wanted to get this off today. That was I gave myself today to do it, and as bad as I want to, I really feel like I'm gonna break it if I keep going on it, or strip one of these things, and then really be in a fucking pickle. So we're gonna relax on it, give it time. So we'll be back with this tomorrow.